Good morning, this is Luke Keller, Executive Director, Founder of Tekton, coming from the streets of Mexico City right now. I've been here for the last few days, working with our new partner called Amor Por Afganistan, incredible organization serving Afghan refugees stuck here in Mexico, refugees who made it to Brazil and walked through 11 countries with the goal of getting to the US. And you might say to yourself, we don't want them, they need to stay in Mexico. I want to point out a couple things. Number one, a majority of these men and women are Christians. Christians who saw some of their families slaughtered at the hands of the Taliban. So if you believe that we should support Christians around the globe who are being persecuted, it's an exact example of that. They had the hope and the dream of getting to the US. Some of them have family in the US, and that's not possible now. So they're here. And Amor Por Afghanistan have adopted 5,000 to 10,000 total. Most of them do not speak Spanish. None of them speak English, and that limits their ability for jobs. Essentially, they're stuck here. Some of them living in hotels, some of them being trafficked. Amor Por Afghanistan has a safe house. They're looking at a second safe house for housing, but with our partnership, their infrastructure gives us the ability to immediately start Immerse classes. Immerse is a virtual reality platform that we're using to provide language training at a very expedited rate, very cost effective. In fact, the software is completely free. Immerse has generously offered to provide thousands of licenses for us to use. We have to get headsets. With about 20 to 25 headsets, we can serve upwards of about potentially 500 to 1,000. So almost the entire group of Afghan refugees they serve. It's an incredible opportunity. There's a huge need here. Like I said, most of them do not speak Spanish or English. And if they were to have that, they would exponentially increase their chances of employment. Right now, most of them who do have jobs are only being employed under the table by the government, and the government's paying them about 1/10 of the price, about $1 a day equivalent, which they can't survive off of. And so once we're able to provide the language training, it's going to change their lives. And it's so cost effective. If you do the math on that, we're talking about $100 or less for everything built into it per person to radically change their lives. First, I'd ask you, if you're asking how to get involved, to pray for Amor Por Afghanistan, pray for our friends here and the work they're doing, pray for the Afghans that are stuck here. I heard story after story, harrowing stories, and I've been in Clarkston in the refugee community for over a decade, and I've heard some tremendously awful things, and I would never diminish those, but the things I'm hearing from these Afghans, the things they've witnessed to escape Afghanistan, to go on that journey from Brazil, we can't unhear it. Next, I'd ask you to consider giving. You can literally change the life of one of these men, women, children for $100. That's a dinner in Atlanta or wherever you live. Instead, fast for a day or get something cheaper and consider giving. I'm not sending this to you. You're not receiving this to give, but I'd ask you to do so, and at the very least, pray. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day.